What's the craziest like one night stand? Like the guy just like, yo, let me eat you.
I don't think I usually do that stuff during one night stands.
Yeah.
Because I think things that are a little more. I want to do it with someone that I'm like, you know, like you can really talk it through. Like, oh, shit, am I ready for this? Yeah. I don't think I've ever yet done things like on a one night stand. It's usually just more, just normal
plain Jane. Let's pull up some more tweets, Gabe.
Woke up feeling sad for no reason. I'm masturbating and going back to sleep. We're trying this again.
True. Literally did that this morning. Yeah. True.
That's why you're in a good mood?
I'm in a better mood now, yeah, I'd say so. Then I just, sometimes you just wake up and it's like, no. Not the day. And then,
let me just restart. Maybe this will be better.
It's because it's kind of like, so I think a lot of women, maybe men too, do like, but you masturbate before going to sleep, right? Because it kind of just calms your nerves. It kind of just like, like you send off whatever, and then you reset your body, you go to sleep, you wake up.
Right.
So I feel like you can do that during the day too, and it's sort of the same thing where like masturbate, sleep again, and then wake up, and it's like a new day. You trick yourself into being like it's a new day. That's what I do. I gaslight myself all the time.
You gaslight? What do you?
Yeah, trick my brain into like, it's a good day, be happy. Yeah. And that's one, masturbating, I think, is one of those ways.
A random fact I love is sloth sex lasts 3 to 5 seconds.
Oh, I know this.
And you go, so does sex with men.
Yeah.
A lot of short kings, as in like.
Short second.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's mostly a joke.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty rare when it's, but it has happened to me. I have had sex, and it was like one pump, and he's done, and I'm like.
Is that more of a compliment to you? Like, yo, like he finds me so attractive and so hot that he just busted.
I don't know, but
what's your expectation?
Because then on the flip side, are you trying to say like, oh, if you last long in bed, that means you don't find her attractive, right? But I don't. It's like I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's fine. Like again, I try not to fault people for things that are out of their control, right? Like like if you come back, like there are just people that like are more sensitive or less sensitive. Like there are people that last forever, and there are people that like don't last as long. But it's like make up for it. Like there are so many things you can do. There are so many things at your disposal besides just your dick that you can do to make a woman feel good during sex.
Yeah.
And so I do fault a guy if he comes and then he's up and out, he doesn't give a shit. But it's like if you come fast, then like finger me until I come.
Right.
Then it's the same thing. But
I would leave like coming should be the very last thing for a guy.
Right.
You should do everything in between. I think that will probably make for the like most fulfilling sexual experience. That also leaves the girl coming back for more, right? It's like if you just go in, get your nut and dip, then it's like, all right, cool.
Right.
You guys don't have anything to talk about afterwards.
Right.
Like there's no good Yelp reviews. But if you go in there with a lot of foreplay, shit, maybe have her vibrator, right? Eat her out, finger, everything. There's like I agree with that. So there's so many tools at your disposal.
But yeah, I mean, and again, I'll just cite it back to like culturally, we don't really teach people how to have good sex.
Yeah.
And so like again, I can't like I don't blame guys when if like all you've done is watch porn and that's what porn told you is good.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I hate about schools. It's right. Like they call it sex ed. But they don't teach you how to have good sex.
No, they
like
teach
how
you
is that
how to,
sex ed?
Put on a condom.
They teach
at
you
most.
They teach you about the anatomy of a penis and a vagina. Like, yo, throw on a video of how to fuck, bro.
True. That's true.
They teach it in middle school, high school, and then college. I'm like, bro, like how am I gonna use any of this information?
Right.
I'm still a virgin.
Yeah. I mean, and even then, like, even if they teach you the anatomy, like, do you actually, like, do y'all leave that knowing where the clit is? Like, I don't think so.
Nope.
Or like where the G spot is? Like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, do people actually know? So yeah, like, so I learned from watching videos on, I think, fucking like social media, like on Twitter. But like the G spot. And even I'm surprised because I'm like, I'm a woman, I should know this. But the G spot is actually just when he hits you.
The roof, the top, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the inside of the clit, basically. Like where the clit is on the inside. And yeah, that's why like size necessarily doesn't like matter because if you're in too deep, you're missing the G spot anyways.
Yeah.
So it's actually wherever her clit is. But I don't think most people know that. Like when I read that, like saw that first time, I was like, mind fucking blown.
Yeah. Just another day of waking up with a sore throat, wondering if I have COVID or if I swallowed too much cum last night.
Dude, that's a real struggle. And not just that, sometimes it's like, oh, like, did I, eat too much spicy food? Or like, maybe it's a cold, like, there's so many things that can lead to a sore throat. I mean, swallowing cum being one of those things.
Oh, really? That's
yeah. I'm a swallower.
Wait, you could get sore throat from
like not like sore throats. It's not. It's
I don't know if this is a joke or is this
no. Like you wake up and your throat feels really dry.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did I not drink enough water? Yeah. Like that kind of feeling.
Just received flowers unprompted. I'm about to suck the fuck out of this voice.
True. And I did. True.
Like all you need is some flowers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women are so easy
I feel like
to
that's
please.
so like I don't know, like 1950s. Like nowadays girls want some like yoga pants and like some just
Oh.
I mean I still give flowers, but I think I saw something the other day and I was like, oh yeah, man, fuck these flowers. Like, send me some Lululemon's yoga pants.
I mean, it depends on, I mean, gift giving in general is a love language, right? So receiving something where it's like, oh, this person thought about me, they care, like, just makes you want to, in return, hey, physical touch, love language.
Right. What do you think is the number one flower to get it? Like, is it a rose? Is it some sunflowers?
Sunflowers are rose and sunflower together actually make a really, really gorgeous combo.
Yeah. How do I know this? Come on now. Come on now.
I would say it's dependent on who you're giving flowers to. Like, you should know what flower she likes. Right? Like, I don't know. I don't love receiving roses because I'm like, that's the easiest thing to get.
Yeah,
but really dependent. Like, some girls love lilies, some girls love sunflowers.
Yeah, I think now let's transition a little to some of the Down Bad Show DMs. All right, so I got a bit of a story here. Hey Jimmy, was watching one of your Down Bad shows, so wanted to share my story with you. I met this girl at the club about 4 months ago. I liked her when I met her, and according to a mutual friend, she liked me back. So like a month later, we met back at the same club. I invited her on a date. 3 days forward, I invited her as a prom date, and we were doing so great. After the prom, I went on Christmas vacations for over a month. We were texting nonstop, and we had our cute texting going. Like, she even told me she liked me and really cared about me. When I came back from vacation, I get a message from her saying that she isn't ready for a relationship. Ends up telling me that we're better as friends. Then, this last weekend, we met and clarified everything. Her sister tells me that she is super in love with me, which confuses me, but she told me again, we shouldn't go into a relationship. I'm down bad. I really want to keep trying even when this last weekend she dumped me. I know we were talking about this is
I have lots of thoughts on dating in general too.
Yeah, so what do you think went wrong here?
I don't know if anything went wrong in particular. It just kind of sounds like misaligned expectations. I mean, so the thing is, he says when he's like, okay, we clarified everything, right? So I mean, he didn't go into detail, but I'm assuming like they met up and he asked like, why don't you want a relationship? And she probably gave all these reasons like, I whatever, I'm still recovering from a breakup, whatever it is. And I feel like if it doesn't make sense to you, then you should be asking like, well, why? Help me understand. But if you've already understood her reasons, then I just kind of think it should be there. Like you call it there. Like, a relationship should be reciprocal. And it's like, relationships are so much more than just feelings, right? Like, oh, you have feelings for each other, but there's more than that. Like, do you actually get along? Are you compatible? Like, do you want to make this work out? So much of relationship is choice. Yeah. And if her mind is just not there, like, if she doesn't want a relationship, like, it doesn't matter if she's in love with you. You shouldn't be chasing after something that only you want. Yeah. That doesn't sound like that's gonna end up well for you.
So I see this as a problem when they were just like texting nonstop, cute text. Like, I would only start doing that after like the love and the relationship part is set in stone. If I'm just starting to date someone, I'm not texting them all the time. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm the opposite though. Like, I'll text someone all the time, even just in the talking phase, because I think that's how you get to know someone and be like, do you want more out of this?
Yeah, but then at some point it's like, hey, let's go out, let's have an in-person experience rather than, because from what it sounds like, it's like a month of them like
it sounds like they hung out a few times while texting.